every Thanksgiving, the Buckeye DeSoto Club has a great Thanksgiving dinner, and they still get a few folks coming there with their DeSotos, even in late November with the cold weather closing in. Just great people and great food and great time to talk about DeSotos and other cars too.
This is a DeSoto banner that we distribute among the members for each club meet that we have.
I'd like to welcome everybody here today. It's another great Thanksgiving meeting, and it's sure nice to see so many of us here.
This is the guy that started the original DeSoto Club, and his name is Greg Walters.
I had a picnic at my house and got all the DeSoto owners together in the area, and we had a great picnic and said, let's start a club. So we did, and we had a local Buckeye DeSoto Club, and eventually became the National DeSoto Club, which got about 1,700 members now. But we're still going here, and I think it's been about 17 years, I think, roughly now, that we've been getting together. A bunch of good old friends. I'm Greg Walters from Piqua, Ohio, and this is a 56 Fire Dome sedan that has been in my family since new. It's a lot of road grime and a few little icicles hanging down on it because we drove out here and had to drive through some snow today, even though it's melted off here now. It's got a 330 cubic inch Hemi engine in it. My grandparents picked it up new at the factory in Detroit in 1956 and drove it back to Iowa. It's been in the family ever since. Nothing's ever been done to the engine. The carburetor's been rebuilt, 2-speed power flight transmission. Nothing's ever been done to the interior. It's still all original. It's fortunate that it has rubber steering wheel. That was the plainer model. The plastic ones are usually cracked and falling apart, so the fact that they got the cheaper model of steering wheel means that the steering wheel is still in good condition and with us today. Putting wide white walls on it really dressed it up.
I'm Brian Underwood, and I got a 1954 DeSoto Coronado Dome, and we got it back in '92. The 54 DeSoto Dome Coronado, the factory price would be about $36.47. It got a 276 cubic inch Hemi 178 horsepower engine. This car was introduced as a mid-year model, which came out with limited colors, Coronado green and off-white. It came with a Hernando DeSoto medallion on the seat pedal and Coronado script on the rear fender, and with a foul dome on the front fender. The Coronado was built only during the 2 half-model years in '54 and in '55. DeSoto's trademark toothy grill was started back in 1951 and ended in 1955. This car was built at the Wyoming Avenue plant in Detroit, Michigan. Okay, want me to open the hood up? Oh, start it out.
I'm Colin Murray, and I bought this vehicle down in South Point, Ohio. And the guy was getting ready to make a street rod out of it, and I eventually talked him out of it. So I ended up with doing the restoration of it. The two tail lights you see in the back, the one on the left is standard. The one on the right, I had an Amish boy to make the holder, and I put a historical plate on it and the original plate on the other side. The extra headlamps you see in the front was put on for driving safety, which we drive it some of the night, and the seal beams work real good on it. And the other big lamps on it looks like an open lantern, not much light to them. Now the engine was rebuilt by Tom Armstrong, and we had to bore it oversized and have pistons made for it. And Edgy out in California made the pistons and the rings. We just painted back the same color of the body. And then the hand striping, the striping on it is all done by hand. Yeah, its original visor on it. And now the windshield rolls up. but I have it sealed good because if you roll it up, you got to leave it a little loose. And when it rains, it wants to come right back down in it. This is Bob Fox, and he used to be a DeSoto dealer.
I started in 1946 after the war. My father was in there in 1928. 1961 when they come out, well, we only had about 3 or 4 cars. And then we knew that it was going out. A lot of experience in cars and meeting people, and that was the best end of all of it. Meeting a lot of people. Had a lot of late suppers. Well, it was personal service. They come to you. They didn't go to some salesman. They come to you and they say, well, Bob, I got a noise in that car. I'd like to get something done. We did find a Coke bottle down in the door well, and a 2-door hardtop DeSoto 60 model. And every time he'd go around the corner, it'd roll back and forth. And then there was a note. We handed it to the factory service manager. And we handed it to him and told him about it. And he said, well, the note in there said, where you found me. So we kind of more or less laughed about it and went on. But it cost the factory, to tear it down and put it back together.
Right after the official meeting, they even had a slideshow.
Yeah, that's Hershey High School in the background up on top of the hill.
Can't be talking to me then.
Oh, yes, I'm going to talk to you.
You are,
Because you've done a lot of picture taking, didn't you?
Oh,
A lot of film.
a lot of film, yeah.
A
I
lot
can
of
photograph
slides.
things.
And I believe this concludes my portion of the entertainment.